The wheel of time turns, and ages come and go, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one such age, long past, the Age of Legends, mankind enjoyed a time of prosperity. Certain people, called Aes Sedai, were born with the ability to sense and channel the One Power. This was the energy at the center of the universe, the driving force of creation. Drawing on the One Power, the Aes Sedai could accomplish anything. They controlled the weather, healed the sick, and gained virtual immortality. With mastery came arrogance. One woman used her power to bore a hole into a place existing outside time and creation. This released a dark presence into the world. Although it took the name Sheatan, it became known by many others. Father of Lies, Soul's Bane, or most commonly, the Dark One. Many flocked to the Dark One's banner, including 13 of the most powerful Aes Sedai, known later as the Forsaken. Their army was filled with twisted creatures created by the Dark One out of nightmare. Trollocs and their horrific masters, the Murdral. The War of the Shadow had begun. A man called the Dragon led an assault against Shel Ghul, the location of the war, and he succeeded in forcing the Dark One back through the breach. He closed it off, trapping the Dark One and the 13 Forsaken on the other side. The Dragon created a collection of palm-sized stone seals to contain the power that kept the prison closed. These seals the Dragon entrusted to the remaining Aes Sedai. For years, the Aes Sedai kept the seals safe in the White Tower. But the Dark One had his revenge. Moments before his banishment, in a final blow against the Dragon, he tainted the male aspect of the One Power. The taint drove every man who could channel insane. And uncontrolled, these madmen rent the very earth with their power. This time became known as the breaking of the world. The women of the Aes Sedai rallied and eventually destroyed the male channelers. But many of the seals were lost in the chaos. Only 2 remained within the White Tower. To this day, the Aes Sedai search for the missing seals, but unknown to them, others search as well. What was, what will be, and what is, may yet fall under the shadow.
Kinda eerie. I like it. Based off of a book series that I'm reading currently, and I really do enjoy it. I highly recommend it. I remember playing this game when I was younger, and it was very difficult. I don't remember much about it, aside from that. Yeah, let's get into it. We'll start with the tutorial.
Elena, in order to be initiated into the White Tower, you must be tested. The artifact you see here is a special Tirangreal for this purpose. Walk through each of its arches in turn. They will bring you face to face with your greatest fears. Don't panic. Listen for my voice.
It's locked. Okay.
I will guide you through. In this way, we start your training. The first time is for what was. The way back will come but once. Be steadfast.
The way back will come but once. You're saying if I go in, you might leave me? I think that's what she's saying.
A cave-in trapped you inside this dark cavern. You huddled in the blocked entrance for hours, terrified of the dark. Finally, someone from your village dug you out.
Yes.
That's not going to happen now.
Oh, okay.
Because you never actually explored this cave, it is forged from your suspicions. It is what you feared it might be.
Oh, perfect.
You must face it and escape.
Okay.
Follow
I'm
my
scared.
directions and all will be well.
Good.
In this part of the cavern, it's safe to move around. Explore a bit. Stay still. The way is open to the passage. Follow it, but be careful.
Save in dangerous
Jump over
areas.
some of the debris.
Okay, so F5. Perfect. Too easy.
The exit is in sight, Elena, but out of reach.
Yes, it is.
Be another way to the arch. Steel yourself and drop down.
Just, fall.
That's good, child. The water kept you from being hurt, but still, you may want to gather some of the roots that grow here for later. They have healing properties.
How do you,
You should know
Okay.
that the root works better if you're still. The only exit appears to be through the water. Dive in.
Alright, positive effects left side, negative right. I guess it's like a regen thing, so if we just stand still, it will regen us, and I'm assuming that's if you just fell instead of going into the water there.
Don't.
Don't what? Okay.
There's another exit to this point. The arch is close, but there's a climb first. The path is broken, so you'll have to leap over the holes.
Yes.
Be wary
Oh,
of
shit.
snakes.
Yeah, I guess we should jump, eh?
The way back will come but once.
Mm-hmm.
Walk through the arch.
If I'm ooh, some glitching over there. Oh, oh, there it is. That. Alright. Or they leave us.
You've done well, Elena, but you've only begun. The second time is for what is. The way back will come but once. Be steadfast.
Be steadfast.
Elena, your virtually non-existent ability to channel is crippling.
Hey, man.
Fear of failure has driven you to use Tirangrial as crutches. Yet you
Okay, let's relax. Come on.
doing research in the White Tower. Only the lure of new artifacts could draw you from the safety of the tower. These are the basements of a powerful dark friend who also collects Tirangrial, a collection protected by traps. Try the door, Elena, although the lock doesn't bode well.
Why you getting me to try it then?
So much for that.
And then you sigh, like, come on.
Explore this storeroom for another exit, or find the key to this one.
Let me guess.
A Tirangrial. Take it.
Here, Angrial.
Your experience allows you to identify the functions of new artifacts. When you pick up a Tirangrial, examine it to understand how to use it.
This is a bit loud.
You can use air pulse to break or push things like these crates.
Yes.
Some, bound by iron, are unbreakable. Others open without much effort.
Yeah, adjust the sound just a little bit so it doesn't blow my eardrums. Where? Master volume. That's not too bad. Alright. Air pulse pushes a small quick weave of air directly in front of you at very close range. If the blast of air strikes someone, the weave hits like a hammer, inflicting significant damage. The artifact continuously replenishes its power from the one source. The charges are not expended. As if a giant hand had smashed him aside, he flew 10 paces through the air, crashing to the... Alright.
Break
Gotcha.
open these crates, Elena.
Yeah, okay. Don't break the other crates, break these ones. Alright.
Some crates hold items. In this, you've triggered one of the Dark Friend's traps.
Oh, good.
It protects the key in this alcove. This porthouse isn't reinforced. You should be able to break through it with air pulse.
I see. Okay. Should be able to break through it.
Try the door again. This time you have a key.
Yeah. Much easier. What is this? Here. Activating the Tirangrial weaves a simple sphere of light. The sphere accompanies you until unraveled by a subsequent activation. She channeled even as she moved, weaving a web of light that hung to one side, a sphere of pure white that cast lurid shadows. Ooh. can't see. Still a bit loud. Like that switching stuff. Hopefully it's not too loud for you. And also edit it in post-production, I suppose. Yeah, we have a key now. The gates are open.
Door is blocked by a reinforced portcullis, opened only by a lever on the other side. You cannot break through. There is another artifact here, though. Take and research it. The glow around the Tirangrial means that it will reappear here if you use all of its charges.
Gotcha. Alright. Shift instantly moves you a few paces ahead of your current location. For all obstacles, as long as the destination is clear, any weaves currently locked onto you lose their target. You did not need to know a place at all to travel if you only intended to go a very short distance. Oh, true.
Step up to the portcullis and use the shift artifact.
Yeah, okay. Gonna do it.
Pull the lever to open the portcullis. When you use the only charge of the shift artifact, it reappeared. Take it again and use it to pass through. This trap is the deadliest weapon. A stream of fireballs prevents anyone from going further. However, the fire shield artifact here protects against both weaves of fire and fire-based environmental hazards. Take and use it, then walk down this hall.
Okay. Fire shield forms a protective barrier that prevents all fire-based weaves or environmental hazards from affecting you. He filled the corridor around him with fire from wall to wall, floor to ceiling. Fire so hot, the stone itself smoked. Raven screamed in the middle of the flame and staggered away from her. A heartbeat, less he stood inside the flame but surrounded by clear air. Every scrap of Sadar she could channel was going into that inferno, but he held it at bay. Yes, perfect.
The fire shield is a passive defense. There are
Yes, I see that.
stronger defensive artifacts, such as the Reflect Tirangrial found here.
Okay.
Research and use it against the trap.
Probably should select it. Alright. For a short time, Reflect surrounds you with a shield that causes any weave that strikes it to bounce back to the originator. You are not affected by the attack. Okay, cool. So we don't have to put up, like, the fire defense and then Reflect. As her hand grasped it, the power surged within her, into the half-figure, then back into her, into the figure, and back, and then back. I see where this is going. Oh! Fuck. Alright. Stop. Okay, it still hurt.
Your light globe, Elena.
But we got healed. It's already up, yep.
You're amassing quite the collection of Tirangrial. Why don't you use your new fireball artifact against this wall trap?
Okay. The fireball Tirangrial launches a concentrated weave of fire. It explodes upon impact with anything except water, which causes it to fizzle. A head-sized fireball flashed down the street toward her, to leap back just before it exploded against the corner where her own head had been, showering her with stone chips. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they're taking like quotes from like the books. I would hazard to guess so. That's pretty cool.
The arch is there, Elena.
Oh, you fuck.
You must watch where you're walking, child.
It just...
Now,
Okay.
quickly climb
Listen.
up the wall and leave this dreadful place. The arch won't stay forever.
Yeah, that trap you just fell at. Watch where you're going. Alright.
Steady, Elena. You've
Steady.
endured much, but learned much as well.
Uh-huh.
Each test is hard, but what comes
Not really.
is the worst of all. The third
Oh, perfect.
is for what will be.
Mm-hmm.
The way back will come but once. Be steadfast.
Be steadfast. The gates are open.
In this time, you are an emissary of the White Tower. A diplomatic mission brought you to Faldara, an outpost on the borderlands, whose soldiers hold the forces of the Dark One within the Blight. They didn't expect the sudden, concentrated assault that overwhelmed the keep. No doubt in search of you. Now it's only a matter of time until the Trollocs and Murdral find the chamber in which you hide.
Good.
Because you cannot channel, you are forced to rely on the sister and warder accompanying you for protection. But they are outnumbered.
So,
Only chance is to set traps for the invaders.
I can't channel directly from the source, but I can use the Tirangrials? channel, I guess. I tend to edit the environment.
There is only one exit, and the invaders are likely just outside. That's where they'll enter. 2 paths lead from this door to the main room where you'll be. You must channel the invaders through one of the corridors in order to ensure that they'll encounter your traps. Place a makeshift wall to block the shorter path.
Okay.
Very good, child. Now place 2 spear traps along the remaining corridor. It's tight enough to make the spears effective.
Right.
Now, 1 more. Good.
Yeah.
Now place 1 more spear trap. Although damaged by the spears, the Trollocs won't stop. They will likely just become angrier and charge out of the corridor into the main room. A pit at the opening might make a nice welcome.
Okay.
Now position your companions, the sister and her warder. Although it would be safest to keep them in the main room, you can place them anywhere.
Yes. Hey, listen. Oh, I can't leave. I need to. The sound is too loud, like when you're switching here. Annoying. Alright, hang on. How about...
One more precaution, child. Activate the portcullis in front of the alcove in back of the main room. It might just save your life.
Okay. Easy.
You've done well, Elena, and you're as ready as you can be.
Disappeared!
The
Oh, he's still there.
horde is gathering outside, and the door won't hold them has appeared, Elena. You must go now.
Oh. Oh. Oh, shit.
Don't tarry. The arch won't last forever.
You guys are fucked. Why don't you come with me? I don't get it.
Archway, Elena. Escape while you still can. There's no way to save your companion.
Hey, listen. Well, I mean, they could have just came with us. Oh. Yeah, get him. Nice. Oh. Hey. Hey. It seems they're doing alright. Oh. Oh. Need help? What is that? Oh shit. Okay, yeah, we're out. Peace. We're good.
You are washed clean, Elena.
Thank you.
All ties that bind you
Yes.
to the world.
We need to turn down the sound.
In heart and soul. You are sealed to the White Tower now.
There we go.
You are
Sealed.
ready.
Okay, we're ready. Hopefully, not too, or not too low for the sound now. I guess we'll find out. Alright, that's it. That wraps up the tutorial. So, yeah, next video we'll get right into, the main game. Alright. I'll see you guys then.